so thirsty. Yeah, I look stroke facing mad.
Actually, do we have any V8? That would be nice. Good day. So I was watching a replay.
This is part 2.
Part 2 of the
Memorial Day weekend FedEx saga.
Trucker Crespo. Yeah, Gypsy was just on the phone with Jenna, and Jenna's like, "Oh, Eric's going live." This is RN. You're early this time. I wish I could.
There is no stream without RN.
I wish I could super chat you, RN. This is what this night calls for. Oh yeah. So our second live today. I don't think we've ever done 2 lives in a day.
I don't know. On days that you don't feel like doing a video.
Yeah. FedEx turned up then. Yeah, nomadic Brit. But I have to admit something that I feel like I'm going to lose some man points for admitting. That's our trailer.
He couldn't get it in the hole.
And it's got a FedEx truck attached to it. Because I couldn't get it in the hole. Actually, it's the second time I wasn't able to get it in the hole.
Oh, the only other time was at
Bass Pro.
In the same situation where they told us to go put it where we were trying to put it. And then I had to say, okay, this isn't possible. And then somebody looks at it and goes, oh, yeah, no, you can't get a full-size truck in that spot.
Yeah. So, I don't know if iPhone doesn't let you switch the camera, but if you see, where am I pointing at? Right here, see those little poles in that concrete wall? There's one on both sides of the trailer. There's one over here on the other side of the trailer. And those aren't the problem. I can get the trailer between the 2 poles. The problem is this curb right here. So actually getting it lined up in between the poles is not a problem. I can't get the truck turned. It's not enough room.
If you tried, you'd hop the curb and then risk tearing up your bumpers.
Yeah, I can hop up on the curb with a front right tire, but when I come back out to get straight, I'm gonna hit the deer guard on the curb. So they had to bring one of their little day cabs out.
Well, and what's funny though is because I was like, oh man, like, because she told me just knock on door 7 if we need anything. So I did, and I'm like, I'm really sorry to bother you guys, but can we use this door number 7 or door number 8? Because we need the room to be able to cut in. And she's like, no, because it has like the little ramp thing, like conveyor belt. And so then the guy walks over and he starts laughing and he looks at the truck and he's like, oh yeah, there's no way that you could get that truck in.
Yeah, so the day cab driver agreed that it wasn't going to happen.
And he straight said whoever designed this building was probably a failing student at their engineer and architecture class, because they were like, why would you put a curb that close to docks? He's like, clearly this was not made for full-size trucks.
Well, and my question to FedEx is, why would you not put the conveyor belt in one of the docks that has no wall between them?
Right.
So this Wilson Logistics, yeah. Wilson showed up. We talked to them. Wiltrans, yeah. We talked to them when they pulled in, and he was kind of laughing. But then I saw him go by with his head out the window, looking at it like, that ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna be able to. He's in a Freightliner, and I don't think he'd be able to get. Even this little Freightliner day cab only had about a foot of space between the curb and his truck when he backed our trailer into the dock. But anyway, the point is, if you caught our live earlier, we thought we were going to be stranded here for the next 36 hours. Turns out that is not true. They showed up and they're going to unload the trailer this evening. Our appointment for our pre-plan, which we also thought we were going to be stranded without a pre-plan because it's a holiday weekend, was for 3 p.m. today. It is currently 5:30 p.m. today. And apparently we get to still go get it. So I'm really excited about that. I'm not excited about having to go get it. But I'm excited that we get to go get it. So we are gonna, it's raining right now. It's windy. We're gonna have to clean out this trailer because there's not gonna be any washout on along the toll road. We're going to Bativa, New York. What is it called?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Batavia, New York, something like that. Anyway, go over there and pick up a load, which apparently we can show up for. I did everything possible to document and make it extremely clear. Vegging out for 36 hours, yeah. To make it extremely clear that, hey, mofos, we ain't gonna be there at 3 o'clock, and I don't want to be responsible because I can't have any blemishes on my PTC record. So we're gonna be extremely late, and our fleet manager is actually in today. Said that's perfectly fine. Show up whenever you can show up. So that's 115 miles, actually 130 miles away. So we're probably gonna ghetto wash this trailer right here in the FedEx parking lot and go get reloaded. So yeah, so we're going live. So I'm having my coffee or my V8 Energy, getting ready to switch over shifts. We're going to Gas City, Indiana. Let's see. So I figured go live a second time today. I don't really, I have videos planned, but I don't really have one planned for tomorrow, for Memorial Day. Gas City, Indiana. Have we been to that Walmart? I don't think we've been to this Walmart. No. Anybody out there been to the Gas City, Indiana Walmart? Oh, I have been to this is the Walmart I locked my keys in the truck. Yep. Yep, I've been to this Walmart. This is where I locked my keys in my Freightliner. So I have a video about this way back in my infant YouTube time. So we're talking like 8 months ago.
Oh, Facebook.
Or no, the video was like 8 months ago, 7 months ago. But
Facebook, why are you the bane of my existence and just constant drama?
So what happened was, now the Peterbilt will not let you lock your keys in the truck.
Remy knows how to bypass that, though.
Remy doesn't know how to bypass it, but the Peterbilt, when you get out and you press lock on the doors,
it will not lock.
It won't lock the driver's side door. It'll lock the passenger side door and the sleeper door, but it won't lock the driver's side door.
You have to physically have it, and it won't lock the passenger door if you got out the passenger door. You have to physically lock the last unlocked door with a key.
Yeah, whichever
unless you have a key fob.
Whichever door you got out of, you have to physically lock it. Which our new truck will have key fob locks, so that'll be different. But in this truck, you can't lock your keys in your truck. Well, in the Freightliner, you can, and I did. And what the worst part is, what happened was, so if you guys have Abloy locks, you can't pull the key out of it without locking it back. So when I was solo and relatively new out on my own, I went back and took the lock off the trailer, but in my haste, when I was dropping a trailer at a door in my haste, I came back to the truck and I set the lock down between the door and the seat with my keys in it, and then grabbed my gloves or did something, and went, and I had my key in the truck, went and dealt with the truck, got in the truck, drove it over to the Bobtail parking lot after I dropped the trailer, and then went inside to check in. When I came back out, I opened the door, and then I was going to go do something with my airlines. And when I went to close the door, I locked it, and I saw my key. No, I had to go back inside for something else. Or no, this is when I went in to check in. When I went in to check in, I got out of the truck, locked the doors, and when I closed the door to go check in, I saw the keys right there, and I actually tried to stop the door. And I stopped it enough to keep it from closing all the way, but it had latched. And so what made this like a double whammy worse is that I was actually able to reach my fingers through the crack of the door and grab onto some of my keys. But because they were attached to the damn alloy lock, I couldn't pull them through the door. If they weren't attached to the alloy lock, I would have been able to pull my keys through that crack. But because they were attached to the alloy lock, I couldn't get them out of the door. So this was like my second month of being solo upgraded. I had to pay,
Why you gotta be like that?
I don't know, like $200 or something. Yeah, that was the OF moment for sure. And it was right. I mean, like when you can see the keys and you're trying to stop the door at the very end, you know, that's like not, you come back from checking in and realize you messed up. I have to go and check in knowing that I can't come out and get back in my truck. You know?
Hey, but we know somebody who had a way worse Walmart experience. Shout out to my boy, who I know isn't watching this channel, but just in case he ever does, shout out to my boy Josh Townsend and his beautiful fiance Cheyenne. 200 miles into their first maiden voyage with their beautiful new
brand new truck
2021 Freightliner Cascadia, they caught on fire at the guard shack at Walmart, and we're like, hey, so we gotta drop this trailer right here
right now
and get as far away from all of the buildings as possible. Like, cool as cucumbers, just like, hey, we're just gonna go ahead and drop this trailer.
Our truck may
right
be on fire.
We're pretty sure the truck's on fire.
That was in Arkansas on a load they took from Springfield.
But fortunately, it was a coolant line that had burst and was just creating a ridiculous amount of smoke and steam as it was hitting other hot stuff. But they had to leave that Walmart on a record.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can always be worse.
Bearded fat man, what's going on?
Hey.
So yeah, my mistake ended up costing me a couple $100, and not only did I have to call a locksmith to come out and get the keys out of the truck, it was hot as hell that day, like 95 degrees, and there was no cell service inside the driver's lounge. But in order to wait for this locksmith to call me and let me know he's on his way and coming, I had to stay outside. Well, I couldn't be in my truck, so I had to sit on this curb for an hour and a half.
In the rain.
Yep, it was raining too. Hot, humid, raining. And I just sat out there waiting for this guy.
That was a really fun phone call home, because I was at home.
Yeah, I called Jenna. And Jenna, of course, she's all comforting. She's like, oh, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm sure worse happens every day.
I never locked my keys in my Freightliner ever again. Never, ever again. And in fact, now I have a system. Like right now, I took the padlock off the trailer. I'll hang the padlock and the keys on the door as I'm opening it. Then I'll grab the keys off and lock the padlock on the way back to the truck, take the keys out, and have them hooked to my jeans before I put the padlock in the truck. Even though this truck, you can't lock your keys into it, it's still never staying out on holiday again. Bearded Fat Man, we actually did end up getting unloaded, and we have another load set up. But that said, I think that we are probably going to be home this Christmas. I think we are. I think we want to do Christmas. We talked about it last year. We want to get a Christmas tree, and we want to be home. The year before last was really great, man. Really great.
She sees the sausages walking across the way.
Oh, yeah. This was... Hold on, guys. So this, you might as well pull your curtain. So there's dogs out there. So that 2 Christmases ago, there were hardly any trucks out there at all. Our holiday is mandatory. I don't know about company drivers. They're not mandatory for us. Not for lease drivers or lease purchase drivers. I don't know about.
No.
I think company drivers can only take a certain amount of days off. So
it's not to block my view. It's to block.
Kind of. You kind of have to. You're gonna have to run somewhere in there, I think. But you know, they had the bonus 2 years ago. Or they have the bonus every Christmas season. 2 years ago, there were no trucks anywhere. We could park wherever the hell we wanted, any time of the day, any time of the night, for like 2 full weeks, right? And we kept busy and kept loaded with really good loads. This last Christmas season, it was busy as hell everywhere.
Well, because nobody was going home because of the pandemic. Everybody still thought you're supposed to stay away from your family members.
Yeah, it was not fun. And it was just a really hardcore winter. So, you know, like, nah, we don't want to do this.
It made it lame. Christmas Del Taco the year before was awesome.
Yeah, we had Del Taco and showers on Christmas Day. That was in California. That was back when we went to California. I told someone the other day that we hadn't been to California this year. And he was like, what? This guy, he was just baffled that we drive for Prime and haven't been to California this year.
Hey, Jacob. Yeah, like, and clearly our new fleet manager either had extremely in-depth conversations about us with our previous fleet manager, Chris Martin, or he was like informed that we have a YouTube channel.
He saw it on our YouTube channel because we had never discussed with Chris Martin that we don't like California. Chris would still try to occasionally send us to California. Our new fleet manager, Jen and I called him, I don't know, like a week and a half ago, I want to say. We called him with an issue that we had, and he's like sending a message to sales.
Oh yeah, it was that load that they bumped back to Saturday, and they were there on like Wednesday. Yeah,
and he'd sent a message. He was writing a message out to sales, and he said, "You guys don't go to California, right?" And we're like, "Well, where would you have gotten that anywhere other than our YouTube channel?"
Oh, right on. Jacob says y'all and a few others convinced me going from company flatbed to reefer reefer in July. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the dark side.
Del Taco is Cali, Taco Bell, or everywhere else. Yeah, I'm Del Taco.
Yes.
And I lived in Nevada I went to high school in Nevada. I lived in Reno, Carson City, and Las Vegas, and I am absolutely Del Taco. I don't know what Taco Bell serves in their stuff. Bearded Fat Man, what's the word? What's the word on the meetup? Oh, we're not doing a big meetup event, but we're still gonna meet up. So if you're in Springfield that week, just send me a text message and we'll coordinate, because I definitely want to meet up with you if you're there. Timothy Turbo, I don't care if I ever see California again. Same. Same. She's from Southern California. She's actually from a really cool little town.
Roger says sand and some meat equals Taco Bell.
What's the town you're from? Not Fontana.
Temecula.
Temecula.
Yes, Johnny on the flip side, Del Taco and In-N-Out. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's in it. She's in and out. Now Jenna doesn't eat any fast food hardly at all. But if there's an In-N-Out, she's like trying to figure out how we get this 75-foot bitch in there.
It never works out.
There is one in Barstow.
It's been since the last time we were in California that I had In-N-Out. So yeah.
There is an In-N-Out burger in Barstow that you can park in the dirt lot across from.
Yes, it is, Roger. Roger says In-N-Out is the bomb. It is. It is. It is.
But hubby said it makes you produce special kind of snot, and if you have to constantly blow your nose.
Do what?
Look at Tasha's comment.
It does, Tasha. It does. And you can get like valley fever and like start dying, and it's nasty.
Timothy, I didn't go to high school in Vegas. I went to high school in Reno. I lived in Vegas in 2012.
Jacob,
for a year.
Yes, please do. Jacob says, also thinking about getting a YouTube channel, going on Reefer, just got a GoPro today. Yes, please start a YouTube channel, because we hear a lot of people ask how hard is it to switch from another division. So I think a channel where you're saying, hey, I came out of this and went to that, a lot of people are going to follow that, and they're going to appreciate that, because like they want to know like how hard is it to switch from, you know, one side to the other. So that's great.
Also, I'm starting a series soon on trucking YouTubing.
Bearded Fat Man, the hype about In-N-Out is that it's just really good quality. It tastes fresh and light, California style. I mean, like,
I'm with you on that, Bearded Fat Man.
Well, here's the thing though. Eric's a freak of nature and doesn't like salad dressing at all. So the fact that they have like their spread, which is basically Thousand Island, Eric won't eat that. So if you don't, then that totally screws up an In-N-Out burger, because that spread perfectly complements the grilled onions. So if you're not getting animal style, if you're not getting your burger animal style, that's also missing half of the magic. So animal style is they add pickles and grilled onions.
Now see, I grew up out west as a kid, but as an adult I grew up in Chicago. So I'm Five Guys. That's where I'm at on burgers. Like, give me some Cajun fries dumped into a bag.
So much salt. You literally wake up where you feel like you could feel the hardening of your vascular system.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can. It's amazing.
Midlife Trucker also added, which is true. I was going to say before you cut me off on In-N-Out. The French fries are sliced right in front of you. Yes, it goes straight from potato to your little tray. So there's no nasty preservatives and stuff. That's a completely natural French fry. And like what people don't know about the fries, they always say, well, they're not crispy. Well, one of the beautiful things about In-N-Out is all you have to do is say, well done fries, and they'll crisp them more. So yeah, In-N-Out's amazing.
Nobody likes Five Guys. Five Guys and Chipotle. That's where I'm at. When are you getting your truck? Our truck is on time, you guys. Our truck is scheduled to arrive on July 7th. Well, scheduled to be ready on July 7th.
RN Freddy's is also fire. So completely different category than In-N-Out. They do still have a California style burger. Freddy's is absolutely fire, but it is in a league of its own, because that patty is like no other. And the fry sauce, the spicy fry sauce. Yeah,
we keep a bottle of the jalapeno fry sauce in our fridge, but I don't like their fries. I don't like Freddy's fries.
Yeah,
their burgers are fire. It's all about Freddy. Yeah. Callie has some good fish tacos and burritos. Hell yeah, man. You can find good freaking burritos all over California.
Yeah.
Our burger's good. Smash Burger's good. What was that one place we had? Man, I can't remember. We went.
Fuddruckers?
No, not Fuddruckers. Although I like Fuddruckers.
I haven't ever had
I know a lot of people think Fuddruckers is Cheney, but I love Fuddruckers. There's a truck stop down in Florida with a Fuddruckers.
What is the place? Like, where did we have it? That you're trying to think of.
I don't remember.
What did you eat?
Burger. I don't remember. It was just a bomb-ass burger.
What's a burger I had at some point?
I'm not even going to be able to remotely come up with the name of it. If I could, I would.
Okay, but if you give me any detail about what the burger was all about, I could probably figure out where it was.
It was like all organic stuff. All... Because we didn't really know what to get. I remember this specifically, but I have no... I'm not even going to... I'm not going to think of it. TA, yeah, the Fuddruckers is at a TA in Florida too. There's one at Orleans, at the Orleans. Oh, in Vegas. There's a Steak and Shake at the South. Damn alarm off because I'm on my phone, so it's just gonna keep going. There's a Steak and Shake at South Point, which South Point and Red Rock were my two local haunts when I lived in Vegas for casinos. They were off the strip. They had everything you could need: comedy clubs, bowling alleys, movie theaters. See, when you live in Vegas, you hardly ever go to the strip. So they have these casinos that are kind of on the outskirts of town, and those are the local haunts. Good sports books and stuff like that.
Can you stop, please?
Daryl's Family Tradition. Don't try Grass Burger. It was not worth it. Best thing about Fuddruckers is the different types of meat. Yeah. It's all how you want to order it from the very beginning. Red Rock is a nice casino, man. Really nice casino. Expensive. I mean, like, you can't... The only thing I don't like about Red Rock is that you can't go... Because craps is my game. And you're talking like $10 tables for anything at Red Rock. So that would be the only... Now, when I lived there, I didn't really gamble that much. Because it can get you in trouble. But when I didn't live there, I spent a lot of time at Old Vegas. Like El Cortez Plaza.
Down off Fremont Street.
If you want to gamble with skimpy women on top of the table, it would be what's the old hotel? Gateway? Golden Gate. Yeah, Golden Gate Casino. Where you play roulette with some scenery. But anyway, they had a like 10-cent roulette or something like that at El Cortez, and like 25-cent craps.
RN wants to know if there's any craps tables in Missouri.
I don't know. Well, there's in St. Louis. There's casinos in St. Louis. I don't know where else. But yeah, craps, beer fat, man. I've won some legit money on craps, man. Well, when I say legit, I'm not talking like $10,000 or $20,000, but I've walked out of the casino with $1,000 more than I started with on craps. The thing with craps is you get on a run. What I love about craps is that everybody's on the same team, except for those few jackasses that bet against everybody. But most everybody's either winning together or losing together. So everybody's kind of going through the same experience. And when you get on a really good run, you can win a lot of money really fast. But conversely, you can have your ass handed to you really fast too. So you got to be really smart.
I've won $4,700 at a craps table in Vegas.
Yeah. It's a gamble trucking every day, yeah. Delta El Cortez. Man, Timothy, El Cortez is it's got a unique vibe. I don't know if they still have the 10 cent roulette and 25-cent craps tables. But back then, man, when you had 10 cent roulette and 25-cent craps tables, it drew a very particular consumer base. But El Cortez is a really cool hotel. Jenna put me onto a podcast. Well, actually, I mentioned it in my top 5 podcast videos, where they talk some of the mob history. And El Cortez was, El Cortez is one of the super original mob casinos.
About Sin City Stories?
Yeah, Sin City Stories is the name of the
Flamingo.
podcast. I know that was the focus, but he mentioned El Cortez. Yeah, El Cortez is one of the super original, and it's just like that is one of the key mob-owned casinos, and it still stands in a lot of ways its original form today. El Cortez Casino, kind of way down there on its own, but I've spent a lot of time in El Cortez, man. Yeah, Timothy, last time I was in El Cortez, they didn't have the 25-cent craps anymore, which is fine. To me, if you're going to play craps, 25-cent craps was ridiculous, I thought. There's just some people that just didn't have enough money to go play,
You go to the 20, so here's the deal, what I learned about Vegas at a very young age. You go to the nicer, fancier casinos that are like on the opposite of the old side of the strip, and you work your way down, you're going to some of these nicer ones, and then you hit a point of broke where you can no longer afford like the Mirage and Caesars and stuff. So then you go beyond that, and then you start working your way down, slumming it down all the other old ones until you're so broke you can only afford Fremont Street, and that's where you're literally bumming change off somebody and playing a game of roulette,
10-cent roulette,
or craps.
Now I did try 10-cent roulette one time, but I was only there for maybe 20 or 30 minutes. It was so ridiculous because you'd win fat stacks and it would be like $3. You'd be like, hell yeah, you're pulling all your chips together, it's like $3.
Yeah, and what's funny is that by the time I turned 21, Vegas was already played out. I'm just gonna say that. I'd been doing the Vegas thing for a very long time, so by the time I turned 21, I got off work and had a couple beers at home and went to work the next day. Turning 21 was I've already been doing this for a while.
Bearded Fat Man, we were in Vegas in our RV. We have a 36-foot Class A RV. So we were at a RV park there. Man, they've got some pot stores there in Vegas that look like freaking Apple stores.
They had one. We were driving to go to the pet store because she needed food. And we drove by one that was completely jam-packed in the middle of the day on a Wednesday. And with the drive-through, and they had taco trucks set up in the lot. And
they had a taco truck set up after the drive-through window.
Yeah.
So there's cars wrapped around a drive-through for this pot store, and then there's a taco truck after the drive-through window. So, which I thought was amazing. Super innovative.
Eric says, I dated a chick that lived in Vegas. She knew several people with no jobs. They paid their rent and utilities by gambling every day.
I know some people like that too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Start looking for trucking jobs and found
Oh man.
There's your first YouTube video right there. So I turned 21. I got shit faced. And the next day, I started looking for trucker jobs, and now I'm at Prime.
Oh yeah, Timothy Turbo says, "Don't tell Bags he'll be there tomorrow if he knew you could live off of gambling."
The
Oh,
guys flicking the girls. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Oh,
The club cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny thing about those bearded fat man. So in our previous video, I talked about when I worked at the bank that we had this war going on. Me and my girlfriends, that when it was like your day off, you would go and do something really terrible to the other person's car, like cover it in post-it notes or put a sign on the window that said it was for sale really cheap with the other person's phone number, so when you got off work you had like 150 voicemails, you know. My girlfriend had actually gone to Vegas over the weekend with her boyfriend, and every single one of those guys with the cards, she would take the cards from everybody, and she literally covered all of the windows of my car with those. So my car sat out in front of the bank with those girly cards on it all day until I got off work, and
Girly
then
cards.
there's, you know, nude girly cards all over my car. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as so I'm trying to think. So there's, well, our favorite casino, and Timothy, you may disagree. Mine is Golden Gate. I have, I don't know what it is about that place. Now, I did know a bartender there. His name was Curly. And Jen and I could go in there and get shots of Patron that was like, it was a glass of Patron. It wasn't a shot of Patron. It was a glass of Patron. So for, $50, we were absolutely freaking visionary.
Well, what's funny to me though is fun fact in
and they have good music
in Eric and Jenna history. I had met Eric, and then we had met up in Vegas at one point, and when I was on my way to Vegas from California, Eric was like, "Hey, I'm getting a tattoo, so come over to this place." And like, I walk into the tattoo parlor and I didn't have any tattoos, and he tells me, "I have no balls, I won't get a tattoo right then and there."
And she did.
And it's like the first time we had ever like hung out, so I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
so then I got a tattoo.
We met in California, and then later we went to Vegas, and she got tattooed. Like literally this moment she parked her car, I was inside getting a tattoo, and she walked in and was like, let's do this.
Yeah, and then we just proceeded to get hammered. It was a good time. Hey, Sykes.
It's such a bad experience. Sykes Trucking, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. You were quiet for a long time. Had breakfast with you in Springfield many moons ago, it seems now. I haven't seen you since. Congratulations on the 1 year with Prime, by the way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Why did my video
What I'm not thrilled about is that the door has not, well, they said not until 7:30.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. So, I mean, progress, but slow progress, you know.
Yeah, this sucks. So our getting back to questions about our truck, yeah, our new Peterbilt, which I still have not seen a single tour video with the new body style Peterbilt. Trucker John did a tour video of his 2022 Peterbilt, but it's not the new body style. So I'm really hoping mine's going to be the first one that gets a tour video.
Words cannot describe how exciting.
Good night, Bearded Fat Man.
The idea of solid cup holders is.
Oh man, our cup holders are just getting worse and worse.
Good night, Bearded Fat Man. Yeah.
Our cup holders are getting worse and worse. the cup holders on, I think, rather 4 you're extra late. Hey, Rob, did you get your new truck? And was it on time? Oh, and by the way, congrats, Rob, for 1,000 subscribers.
Yay.
Happened today. But I didn't see if you actually got, I haven't seen if you actually did get your Freightliner and if it was on time. I'm very curious about that because we, of course, have a Freightliner coming later this year. So when I talk to Stripes and stuff, they're like, you know, some trucks show up on time and some show up 2 or 3 months late. And she's like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It was a week late. Okay, I can handle a week late. I can handle a week late. This truck was
like 4 months late.
4 months late. But this is a COVID truck. This truck was built at the height of the pandemic. Sorry.
Oh, I just hope that guy jumps back on here and tries to give me a problem about that again.
Yeah. Earlier we were talking about vaccines. We're not anti-vax. We're just anti-experimental vaccine. And someone earlier was like, well, good luck going on vacation then. It's like, well, first of all,
I just love the audacity of a man telling me as a female what to do with my body when they want to promote the my body, my choice narrative until it doesn't suit them. So if you're liberal and you say my body, my choice, that also applies to my feelings on, you know, if I'm okay with emergency use authorization vaccines as well. So yeah,
he's like, good luck going on vacation. And I'm thinking, well, what the hell are you talking about? What vacation? This is an interesting concept.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, now I've flown I've flown all around the world many, well, not many. I lived in New Zealand for a year quite some time ago. Jen and I have gone overseas twice.
Yeah.
Overseas twice. And
thank you, Leah. Thank you.
And flying started to get to be such a pain in the ass that we didn't really want to do it anymore even before this thing.
Yeah.
So, you know,
like, that's the thing that people don't understand. We have lived so much already. Like, we're old people at this point. We're good.
Yeah,
We've
talked about this. We're okay not ever getting on a plane again.
and who would want to leave this at a kennel? We can't leave this. This thing would fall apart.
She's freaking haywire right now. We took her out to party earlier. Come here. What are you doing? We took her out to party earlier with a BALL. And so she's had a nap for a few hours and she is absolutely haywire right now. It's getting close to her DINNER time.
Whoa, calm down.
So, thanks for your videos and knowledge helps for training lax and TNT with another 15,000 to go. Nice. Get those miles.
Yep.
So anyway, you know, someone earlier was like, hey, you guys aren't going to be able to go on vacation if you're not getting the vax. So what? So what? So what?
Like, literally could care less. Stop.
For us, vacation is going home, and we don't require
cooking all of our food and, you know, all that.
She's the captain of the trucking team, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, she is.
All Frosted Flake, the sleeper is the same as the 2020. You mean the new body style? Yeah, I don't, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, I don't think, the only things that have changed are the aerodynamics, which that combined with apparently they reconfigured a little bit the gear ratio. But that's given it a 7% increase in fuel efficiency, which is amazing. The digital dashboard, they fixed the steering column allegedly, so it doesn't feel like it's vibrating out of your dash when the RPMs are low. And they fixed the cup holders, so there's no moving parts. That to me is a huge win. That, like, you could have had me at new cup holders. German Shepherds are smart, so she probably knows how to spell. Probably. She is a smart little thing. This dog is like really smart.
Calm down. Calm down.
Where are we? We are in Syracuse, New York, waiting for our trailer. So there were only 10 of you on here when I first started. I've met my second dock that I couldn't get into. That's that's my trailer right there. There is that little concrete wall on that side and on the other side, and this curb right here. Wasn't gonna happen. Was not gonna happen. So they had to come use the yard truck. This Wheel-Trans truck is probably not gonna be able to get in there either.
Yes, Harry, it's brutal.
Knock it off.
Harry says I hated the Peterbilt vibration. It's brutal.
No, they did not increase the area for the refrigerator.
I know, I was really heartbroken over that because I was very much like excited at the possibility of a larger fridge. Yeah,
I'll be a mother trucker. They had truckers and that's what the yard dog said too. He was like, he's just ripping on whoever designed this place.
Frosted Flake, is yours, because he says I got mine 2022. Is yours the new body style?
I don't know if you said you were with Prime. We are the 18th truck at Prime that will get the new body style. So it's possible that they're arriving right now. I'm not sure. But there's only 17 trucks in front of us that get the new 2022 body style. There are still 2022s that use this body style.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We got to get Remy out because she's losing her freaking mind.
She has to pee.
Oh, you're with Stevens. Okay, yeah. Prime, I don't think any of the new body styles has showed up at Prime yet. But anyway, yeah, so we're in Syracuse, got our load, or it's being unloaded, and then we're going to go get a load towards Buffalo, and then we're going to take that to Indiana tomorrow. So we're moving, guys. Thank you so much for keeping us occupied. Rolling for time, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. We got to shut down, though. You're just in time for me to say goodbye. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us and keeping us occupied, helping pass some time. Be safe, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you guys soon.